What is going on, guys? KJ here, back again today with another player review, and today we are looking over my favorite player in the NHL and also my favorite card in NHL 17. We are looking at Team of the Week, 89 overall, Nathan MacKinnon. So to start out looking at the card, Nathan MacKinnon is a center. He also has both 1T and Team Wheel synergies. He goes for right around 150k at this current point in time, and he is of course a Team of the Week item. So today we will be looking over 5 different categories in which I will rank MacKinnon on a scale of 1 to 10. Starting out, we have of course skating, then shooting, followed by puck skills, defense, and physical play. Before I get into reviewing each category, these are the 2 main teams that I run Nathan MacKinnon on. We have my Season 1 overpowered team, and then we have my new Season 2 team, both in which Team Wheel is activated and his card is maximized to the fullest. So let's start out by looking at the skating category. Now this card is 100% all about speed. Not only is Nathan MacKinnon one of the fastest players in the NHL, but this card having the Team Wheel synergy really accentuates that. This is personally my favorite card for breakout plays, breakaways, controlling the puck in the offensive zone, creating cycle plays, everything that has to do with speed. This card does in such a perfect fashion. The only real downside to this card as far as skating goes is the endurance being a little lower than you want it. MacKinnon can really only go up and down the ice 2 times before he becomes a little bit more tired and loses out on some of his usefulness, and if he's on the ice for an extended period of time, basically becomes a little bit useless later on in the period itself. That being said, I am going to give Nathan MacKinnon a 9 out of 10 for skating. It would be higher if he did have the speedster synergy as well, because that would boost him well over 100, and if his endurance was in the 90s, it would definitely be a 10 out of 10 card as far as skating goes. Now the next category up is of course shooting. Nathan MacKinnon really isn't your prototypical sniper in the game. His shooting stats are fairly high, and on top of that, if you manage to activate any synergies that boost up slap shot or wrist shot power and accuracy, he does become a pretty deadly shooter on the ice. Now without any boost, he is by no means a below average shooter. In fact, he is actually a tremendous shooter still without any of the boost. I do rely on him when I'm on breakaways to get goals, and he does never let me down. He always manages to find a way to get the puck in the back of the net. From the slot, he's absolutely deadly, and on one-timers, he is definitely capable of putting it in the net more often than not. Now with that being said, I'm going to give MacKinnon a 8 out of 10 for shooting. By no means is he going to be the leading goal scorer on your team, but he will be able to put the puck in the back of the net when the opportunity is presented to him. Next up is puck skills. This is definitely Nathan MacKinnon's second strongest category after skating. I personally rely on him to make the clutch passes when I need to, and more often than not, they'll get through high traffic situations and land right on my other forward stick, and I'll end up burying them right in the net. His passing to me is probably his best offensive attribute after his skating. His ability to chain dekes together seamlessly makes him a shoe-in for shootout lineups, and on top of that, making him have a real easy time getting past defenders when he needs to perform a clutch move in order to slip on by. However, the one area as far as puck skills goes that MacKinnon does not excel at really is face-offs. His face-off rating isn't that high, and at this point in the year, you're going to lose out on a lot of face-offs if you play MacKinnon at center. That's why I personally play him at left wing. With a right-handed shot, it makes him have an easier time to sauce over to the right wing, go for the 1T, set everything up, and you don't have to worry about him not winning face-offs as much as you'd like. That being said, MacKinnon gets a solid 9 out of 10 for puck skills. He has phenomenal passing as well as the ability to deke. The only real area where he lacks just a little bit is his face-offs. Moving on to defense, the prototypical area in which forwards struggle in this game. However, this MacKinnon card to me definitely plays better defense than his card indicates. His speed is his ultimate tool for leading defensive plays in the offensive zone, and by that I mean his forecheck. He is absolutely my favorite card in this entire game to forecheck with. I find that at least once a game, he can create a takeaway in the offensive zone that leads to a prime goal scoring opportunity. Moving into our own zone, I definitely find that MacKinnon still plays very quality defense. His poke check is phenomenal. He's able to pin opponents up against the boards, and his stick lift is fairly accurate. I don't find myself taking too many tripping or slashing calls with this card. On top of that, he never really wanders off into an area where he becomes useless. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time, whether it be at the blue line ready for a breakout play or intercepting a pass in between defenders. All in all, I'd have to say that this card is pretty above average when it comes to defense, and for that reason, I will give him a 7 out of 10. There's definitely room for him to improve. However, he still plays very, very strong defensively. Last but not least, moving into the physical play category. In previous years, Nathan MacKinnon's card has been pretty lackluster as far as physical capabilities go. However, this year, with the boost to his card and with the Team of the Week boost on top of that, his card actually handles pretty well under physical situations. I find that he doesn't get knocked down as much as he used to, and on top of that, when he does get knocked down, he recovers extremely quickly. Unlike prior years, MacKinnon's checking ability has definitely gone up. I do notice that he's actually able to knock over a large percentage of the players in the game, with the exception being the really big guys that absolutely demolish everyone. That being said, I'm going to be giving MacKinnon a 7 out of 10 for physical play. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but the balance stat on this card is definitely noticeable. When he gets hit, he doesn't always fall to the ice, and when he does, he recovers very quickly. And because of that, combined with his speed, he's able to continue leading offensive plays, which makes him very, very valuable. So after tallying everything up, MacKinnon gets a solid 8 out of 10 overall for this card. This is an extremely good card. I highly recommend using it. He is definitely a better left winger than he is a center, and on top of that, he fits onto most teams because of that team wheel synergy. Definitely one of the more premier cards in the game, especially for mid-range players. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like down below. I'd highly appreciate it. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. My link is in the description. And as always guys, take it easy.
Rocks on my wrist.